So task 3 is about water and how much we should drink. So the recommended amount of water that each person should drink per day is shown. So we should drink 8 glasses of water every day. Students were asked to track how much water they actually drank in a day. The number of glasses of water they drank on a specific day is shown in this list, right? We can see these numbers are not in order. So they're kind of hard to look at and see, like, how many of these do we have? How many did this? Who had more? Who had less? It's way quicker just to put it on a dot plot. So we can see our numbers go anywhere from 0 up to, I see a 9. Looks like it's the highest. So we have a number line that goes from 0 to 9. So go ahead and take a minute and complete your dot plot. So just go through a number at a time. So put your 5 on your dot plot, put your 7 on your dot plot. And now remember, we want to keep these in line. And then when we make a second level, we want to try and keep those in the same line as well. It's okay if it's not perfect, but right, if I put my 7, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not my eraser. If I put my 7 to start like up here and my next one here, right? It's going to look like the 7s are higher, even though they both had 1, 2, 1, 2. So as you're going through, do your best to kind of keep those level there. So go through each dot and put them on your dot plot and come back and see what mine looks like. So here is my dot plot. So we're going to answer a few questions here. What is the most common number of glasses of water students drink? So we're looking for the highest, most frequent number. So looks like our tallest point of our plot is here. So the most common glasses of water is 5. How many students drank at least the recommended amount of water per day? So if we remember, it's recommended to drink 8 glasses. So they said at least that. So who drank 8 or more? So we can, let me move my head here. It's in the way. So how many people drank 8 or more? So we just count each of the dots because each dot represents one student. So these numbers down here represent how many glasses they drank. This is our measurement. The dot represents a person or a thing that did that. So now it wants to know how many observations are shown in the dot plot. So observations all together. So we just count each of the dots. So go ahead and do that. So I got 25. Hopefully that is what you got. So here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. It's important that we get those numbers correct, right? If I accidentally said there was 24 or 26, it could throw off future questions. Like this next one asks, what percentage of students did not drink the recommended glasses of water per day? Well, we've got to have our total as part of that. And if I have my total wrong, it's going to get my percentage wrong. Then I'm missing 2 questions. So part over total. So we know there are 25 total students that participated. And it wants to know how many did not drink the recommended amount of water. So if you remember, these are the recommended ones. So everything else did not hit the recommended amount of water. So I can see there's only 4 that did. So I can just take that away. Instead of counting all of these, I can just think 25, take away the 4 that did not hit the goal, or that did hit the goal, because I'm looking for how many did not, is 21. Now we're looking for the percent out of 100. We want to get P for percent all by itself. So we're going to divide by 100. And so, sorry, not divide. That's not me. I was like, this is divide. We want to do the opposite. We want to do the opposite, which is to times by 100. It's going to have us really confused there. So that cancels out because this is a fraction. So this is like 1 over 100. And this is 100 over 1. This is a whole number, right? This is the denominator. So it turns into 100 over 100, which equals 1. 100 divided by 100 is 1. So that's why that works out. So that's canceled on that side. So we're timesing by 100 here, which turns into 21 with 2 zeros. So 21 with 2 zeros. And then we're dividing that by 25 will give us our percent of students that did not drink that water. So I know it's going to be a pretty high percent because there's only 4 people that did drink enough water and the rest of them did not. So right, that's definitely more than half. And I'm even thinking it's going to be much closer to 100 than anything else. So, I mean, it's not going to be 100, right? 100% of the people are not included in this part, but it's going to be a pretty high percent. Let's go ahead and complete task 3. So these things are our level 3 kind of questions. So if you can answer these questions here based on these whole numbers, that's a great way to gauge, are you a 3? If you can just count the dots and you're like, yep, I know how many dots are on the plot because that's each student, that's a 2. And if you can just make this, then that is a 1. So we're going to go on and practice some above level 4 questions. So go and do task 3.